He's back. Mr. McGregor is back, and it's official. 29th of June, McGregor versus Chandler. 1st of June, no. Makhachev versus Poirier. Strickland versus Costa. This isn't going to be a long one, but let's chop out real quick. Shout out to everyone. Hope you're well. Not going to make this a long one. Not too long. Finished watching UFC 300 alongside Luke and Jamie. A fantastic card, a fantastic event that delivered. If you're watching this now before the review of the UFC 300 comes out, make sure you go and check that out. That's going to be out later on today. If you're watching this after the review of UFC 300, make sure you go and watch it as well. Right. Dana White at the UFC 300 post-fight press conference just announced that Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler is signed for June 29th. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's UFC 303. Michael Chandler didn't do a very good job of keeping it under wraps because when he was shown on the camera, he went 303. Me, Luke, and Jamie during the show were kind of just speculating, saying, I wonder if they're going to announce it during the actual show. They didn't, which I was a bit shocked by. But hey ho, such is life. UFC 303 is going to be the card. They're actually going to be fighting at 170 pounds. So not 155, not 185. It's going to be at 170. So both men won't need to really cut weight. McGregor won't really need to cut weight. Chandler won't need to cut weight. And as Chandler says, I want him at his biggest and his baddest. He's going to get Conor at his biggest and his baddest. It's going to be a momentous occasion. Obviously, Conor McGregor, the biggest star in the UFC, in the history of MMA. And for him to, come back from such a bad injury against such a game opponent, they obviously did the Ultimate Fighter alongside each other, and many people were speculating, is this going to happen, is it not? People, in the same way people were getting onto Francis Ngannou about fumbling the bag, people got onto Michael Chandler about fumbling the bag. Right now, Michael Chandler is holding the bag and it's full of money. So shout out to Michael Chandler. I'm very much looking forward to that fight, and obviously we'll cover that in the weeks coming up. June the 1st, though, which is, let me have a look, UFC 302 will be headlined by Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. So, again, great fight. Dustin Poirier with a great win over Benoit Saint-Denis, UFC 299. Islam Makhachev and him have been going back and forth on social media, and the fight is signed, sealed, and delivered. And I'm over the moon for Poirier. I'm happy for Makhachev to be back as well. Makhachev hasn't fought since his fantastic win against Volkanovski. He's a fantastic fighter. I just wish he'd fight more often. But obviously, he's just finished observing Ramadan. He can hopefully get into a good training camp and be the best version of himself. Poirier's off the back of a fantastic KO win. He can hopefully get into training camp. Both of them hopefully fit, healthy, and putting on a fantastic fight. And look, this is the third time Poirier is going to be going for UFC gold. Will third time be a charm, or will Islam continue to reign over the 155ers? And in the co-main event, as Dana White has also said, it is going to be Sean Strickland taking on Paulo Costa. Great fight. Great fight. Two fighters that like to stand on the feet, throw punches and kicks. This is going to be a fun one. And you know what's going to be even more fun? The build up to the fight as well. Sean Strickland pulls no punches, whether it's on X, whether it's on press conferences, in interviews. And Paulo Costa has got this aura about him of a nice, jokey guy. But when he gets serious, he gets serious. And that, for me, is going to be a fantastic co-main event and fantastic main event. And look, I know the headlines are going to be filled with McGregor, as rightly so. He's come back off a long injury. He's the biggest name in the sport. But that UFC 302 card as well. Tasty. UFC doing a fantastic job. Dana White, salute, tip my hat to you. It's looking fun. If you're in UFC, if you're an MMA fan, may the fights continue. People, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Got some stuff coming out. You'll see a review. You'll see some fight action reactions, such as the Holloway KO, the Pereira KO. You'll have combat catch up on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. Loads of content. So please, people, support on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Till I see you next time. Take it easy, everyone. See you later.